Ta-da! Okay, my friends out there in YouTube land, guess who? Yours truly, the real deal, Rockin' Dave, North Fort Myers, Southwest Florida, my friends. Land of the paradise, or paradise, I should say. We're going to be doing a part 3 in this series of Learn to Burn. Even though I wasn't really burning there, I was burning in a much different tempo. Today I'm running the trusty Ibanez. Probably one of the most reliable guitars I've played in a long, long time. And what I mean by that is I could go play the hell out of this guitar, not have any issues with it. Really something for a very inexpensive guitar. Says a lot about the company itself. It works, man. It works. I'm a performer, not a collector. It works. This tool will work big time. But I'm running it through the Fender George Benson Hot Rod Deluxe. Love that amp. Using absolutely no effect pedals, just straight into it, overdriving it. But I'm taking the exact same patterns that I've been using the last 2 videos here. And of course playing in a little bit different order and obviously much different tempo. Sliding upward with the index finger. So what we got going on here is using different combinations of fingering here, starting with the index, middle, and then playing a note with the pinky. But the notes I'm playing with my index and middle is as my high B on the 12th fret to high C on the 13th fret on the 2nd string. Pinky comes down to the 15th fret on the E string to play the high G. 3rd finger comes down to play G flat on the 14th fret. Middle finger comes back to C. Index comes to B. Come back to C with the middle finger. Hit the note again and slide up to D on the 15th fret on the B string. So you can see what I'm doing here is playing not a straight sequence. Making a melody out of this, because this is going to be part of playing music. And it's going to be important to mix your development of speed licks with melody. And you're going to start to see that when you develop a strong sense of melody, this is where you're going to really start to develop your identity. And this is where people will say, ah, that sounds like Dave, or that sounds like this guy, or it sounds like this girl. Even though if you want to add the sweeping arpeggios in there and all the speed bursts, you're going to have that little extra element where you make it sound musical. And believe it or not, your touch is different than anybody else's touch. If I guarantee, I teach you the same lick, and you come right in here in our home studio here down in Florida, here, and I have you plug, I take my guitar off and say, here, play the exact same thing. When you play the exact same lick I'm showing you, it is going to sound different, even though you're doing it the same phrasing. It'll sound similar, but when you pay attention, it's going to sound different. That's because everyone's approach to playing, attacking the strings, their touch on the strings is different. This is what makes the guitar probably one of, I'm saying not the most, but one of the most popular instruments, because it is such a personal instrument. I mean, you're making a direct contact with that string, therefore making a direct contact with that note. Much like a horn player makes a direct contact with their breath. I'm not knocking keyboard players or piano players out there, so please don't, because there is a touch there that's different, the hammer action, the different touch there. But what I want to also show you is how to set this metronome. And if you notice the last couple of videos, I was doing quarter notes at 175 beats per minute. Well, I don't know if you could see this. This time I'm only doing 60 beats per minute. And I'm not going to do quarter notes. It's going to be a little bit very slow. What I'm going to show you is how to play on that click. This is really how you can start to develop the speed. So I think we've established, at least for right now, how to build the strength and bend in the string. And as these videos progress, we'll start to come up to the B string and then the G. And so forth, and how to do a bend downwards as well as up. But that's all going to come in time. What I want to show you here is after you practice this for a while, getting your picking down, now I'm just kind of playing with the notes so it doesn't sound redundant. I think you get the point though, using alternate picking. What we're going to do is just hang on the first 3 notes, starting with the pinky, so we're descending down. Now me personally, I start on this sequence with an upstroke, so it's up, then down, up, down, and up, down, up. Because you don't want to be doing like this. If you want, that's a different type of a pattern. You could definitely do that. But to get what's called a true circular motion, you have to really be in a more linear type of consistency. So this is what you do. I'm going to play to the first click, and when I come back with the pinky, it's going to land on that click. But I'm still playing those other notes. So here we go. We got it set for 60 beats per minute. See how slow that is? Now watch this. So you see, where you hear the click, it's the pinky, and the other notes are following between that click. So this is one way how you can start to gauge how you're going to build your speed up. So let me do this real briefly. I don't want this video to turn out to be a 20-minute, opus. I just really want to get to the point, but I do have to make this video play out because I want to see if anyone is interested in grabbing their guitar and playing along with me here. So what I'm going to do is play a little bit at 60 beats per minute and then speed it up by 5 increments. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's take it up to 65 beats per minute. And if that's slow increments, we'll go by 10s. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we go up to 75 beats. We're going to do it by 10 increments. So you can see how this will progress, how you'll start to make progress with this. And it's these fingers, pinky, third, and index, playing G, G flat, and E. 15, 14, and 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. So every time you hear a click, you're starting with the pinky. Now let's go up to 85 beats per minute. I'm not going to go too fast, just enough to get to the point. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And we'll go up to 100 beats per minute. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So eventually you'll be able to get it like this. You'll be able to get it to that point eventually. Don't rush it. Just take your time with it. But now, again, that's for the sensation of speed, the sensation of excitement. That's what that does. And it will help, you know, especially developing a good, strong alternate picking technique. Because when you have to grab an acoustic guitar, watch and see, the legato and the sweeping is not really going to cut it, my friends. Now, that's not to say that you have to play like that on an acoustic. You do what you want to make you sound you. But if you ever wanted to take that to that step, if you got a good picking hand where these two blend together, they are able to be in sync with each other, you'll be able to do real good on the acoustic. Now, let's get back to that melody and then we'll wrap this up. Again, you take a nice slide. Go ahead and play around with that and try to come up with different combinations just using that. This is just really a generic way of getting something started other than just trying to turn you into a speed demon. Because again, what you're going to find out real fast, people will judge you on how good you sound, not necessarily if you playing your favorite songs. You'll get those people too. But I'm talking if you really want to make breakthroughs, where you want to make it where you are starting to get recognition for being a good musician. I'm telling you, there's people out there that will definitely notice that. At my gig last night, which was Thursday, May 9th of this year, 2019, I did my gig at the Tarpon Lodge, and it was a lot of it classical and flamenco style guitar. A lot of it was improvising, my friends. I'll touch on that subject as these videos progress and show you how you get into improvising. But the reason why that they were liking what I was doing is because it sounded musical. Not one of them came up and requested a song. They sat there and they were like, this sounds good. I like this. Now, you're going to have people that are there because they want to hear you play. Not necessarily your favorite song or their favorite song or favorite cover song. I mean, you could play their favorite songs all night long, but if you're hacking them up and it sounds bad, they might tip you because they feel sorry for you. And I'm not trying to insult anybody. I'm just laying down facts. If you really want to get good, there's only one way to do this. Invest the time. Delegate your time out. Don't neglect responsibilities. Delegate your time out and take the time. Have the patience. And over the course of time, you'll see what I mean. Because if you don't practice, I'm telling you, guess what's going to happen? Time's going to pass by anyway. You know. But again, delegate your time and do what's comfortable for you. And again, this little melody, all it is it's based off of this. That little opening riff I've been doing, it's based off that, but I'm just playing it out of its sequence. Slowing it down, make it a melody, you know, slide in. And in vibratos, a nice slide out, you know, and let the note kind of fade out. What they call decrescendo. Let the note just kind of fade out. That's emotion right there. All right, my friends. Leave a comment if you like this. Again, we are going to be moving forward with these videos. We are got some interest. And for those people, we're sticking with it, with our game plan. And as time goes by, people will get hip to the videos. And then maybe 5 or 6 years down the road, they'll look at the video. Oh, look at this. So that's why I leave my videos up. I really do want to help people. Anyways, keep on practicing. Don't get frustrated. And if you find a teacher that you connect with in your area, by all means, take the lessons with them, connect them, and help support them. This is Rockin' Dave, my friend. North Fort Myers, Southwest Florida. Until next video, take care and God bless.